on the video street art revolution. And for the first question, what are some of the videos expressed by the people in the video about street art? How do they feel about street art? Okay, for the first lady that were interviewed, she said that street art is more than just filling space with drawings using spray cans. And initially, people were scared of this street art because most who involved in this street art is those who involved in criminals activities, and also street art was initially a form of vandalism. And for the second person who were interviewed, said that street art to him is actually artistic because the artists tend to use vibrant color of spray paints to draw on the wall. And for the second question, for me to summarize the video, what I can say is street art was initially first introduced in Melbourne, New York in early 1980s, where the first was at the first place, street art is a form of silent protest from the common people towards the government. And common people were actually scared because most of these graffitis were drawn at the dark street and behind the building. And soon, people realized that this street art is a form of emotional expression shown in drawings, and art is not just limited on a piece of canvas. As for the government, they soon realized that this art is one of the ways to attract tourists to come and visit New York. And indirectly, street art is a form of attraction in Melbourne. So tourists especially come to Melbourne to see with their own eyes what is street art is all about. And the government also take an effort to form a street art committees, and also setting up galleries especially for street art. And for the next question is, does this street art have a message, or is it merely a work of art? In my point of view, it's all depend on an individual to interpret the art. Some of this street art is just merely drawings and texture on the wall, just to make something that is dull and boring to become something that is fresh and vibrant and very interesting to be looked at. Some art is just mainly are also meant as silent critics against specific parties, which they personally cannot voice out. And for the next question is, what do I think that it inspired artists to create such artwork? At my first sight, this artist is just using spray cans to sketch their emotions on the wall, nothing else. But once the art is grown, street art is something interesting to be seen, because besides using spray cans, they also add some textures and color to improvise on their drawings, other than just sketching on the wall. And lastly, do they bring any impacts on the social, positive or negative impact towards the individual and society? Firstly, it brings a negative impact because it gives such and so eyes to public, because it's actually a form of vandalism, but because the drawing is everywhere. But once the drawing was organized and placed in a specific place, it is actually a creative way to show the art, and also what are they trying to tell. It's like a form of storyline on the wall. And secondly, it became a positive medium to show that street art is also creative to express their emotion, and also for the young teens to show their talents. That's all from me. Thank you.